My name is Ben Merkert. I coach in Troy, Ohio at Troy High School. I am our defensive backs coach, and I serve, I guess, as our passing game coordinator. It's really more a generosity from our D coordinator. Um, but this will be my 10th year coaching. I've been coaching DBs the whole time. So as soon as I got out of college, played at Wittenberg University here in Ohio as well. It's a D3 program. Pretty decent program. We were the winningest D3 program for a long time, up until about 3-4 years ago, maybe a little longer. Mountain Union passed us, and they're a powerhouse. So, but yeah, man. So like most coaches, love football, love talking ball, and excited to come on and have some fun, man. So thanks, coach.
Guys, my name is Terrance Banks. This will be my 16th year coaching. I'm currently the offensive coordinator, quarterback coach at Mallard High School in North Carolina, Georgia. Wow, I've spent 7 years as a head football coach prior to coming back to Mallard Creek at Newton High School and Tri-Cities High School. I'm an average head coach. My career record, just in case anybody is wondering, is 40 and 39. So there you have it. But I'm just glad to be here talking ball. Like most everybody who's probably watching this, I've been a part of it all. Been a head coach of a 9-3 third round of playoff team. Been a head coach of an 0-10 football team. So everything is relative. If you guys know me from Twitter, you know I've got some Coach 2 classes. Just finished the book, 101 Plays and the Power Spread. That's on Amazon. Hey, that's basically it, man. Just excited for the football season. Just like I'm sure you guys are as well. We're getting back to normal, let me say that, as best as we can. Being around kids again. I think that's why we all do this. So excited about tonight. Let me say, the things that Coach them and these 3-4 teams are doing, we do it with our defense, with this tight front, and with those 4 eyes can make things difficult. We are a power spread team, as I said, but we're really a triple option based team. So almost every time we run a play, if it's not an RPO, it's going to be some type of triple option phase. So we're going to attach the bubble, in this case, to the field right now, because we got the ball in the hash and we're going to run counter into the boundary. So the first thing we're going to do is quarterback is going to check for the depth of that safety in the apex of that linebacker. The hard deck is at 7 yards. So I would assume that, if the coach feels real good about his safety play, that he's going to put those guys on the hard deck at 7. If they're above that hard deck, then we're automatically triggering for the bubble. Even if we have to block back on the outside linebacker, we'll make that safety run the alley. If he can get there and blow it up within 3 yards, then we'll clap. And that's, for me, that'll be a trigger that, okay, we got to go ahead and pump fake it and go. But, if he's below 7, that'll change some of the things we do. But if he's at 7 and we don't think that outside linebacker is tight, pre-snap, we're going to rip and rip it, throw that bubble. We practice that every day. Then, so I know people want to say, well, Coach, you didn't block the outside linebacker because he's the 6th guy, so he's not blocked. Where's his alignment? This play can be made difficult by that 4 technique because we're going to have to read him. Obviously, I like running counter to a 3 or a 4. A lot of people don't want to run counter into that guy, but in high school, how many of us have centers that can really block back on the 3 technique? You know what I'm saying? It's not really that good. So I like running counter into the 3. So we're comfortable with that double speed of the 4-eye to the boundary. We're going to pull that guard, and he's going to have to kick out that outside linebacker to the boundary. And that tackle's going to have to wrap for that mic that's in the 20. So, of course, if he tries to squeeze tight 8, we'll have to come off that double team. But our job is to double team all the way back to that star who's also back there. So we got to try to double team all the way back to him. We're going to single block with the nose, and we're going to try to run counter. So what'll happen is, of course, if we feel like we have that 3-on-2, we're going to throw the bubble out there. wise, I know that it's probably 4 down territory for us. We don't have a kicker that I think is good for 55, and we're not going to punt it from there. So, thinking that we want to go, okay, what can our kids do? So we got to stick with the base for us.
Right, so basically, one of our favorite trip checks we like to cloud, especially early downs. We'll just keep it too high shell, make sure we can keep everything top down. So alignment wise, because you guys are jazzed over here to that trips, our corner obviously outside leverage. We're still teaching the cover two basics for him. He's reading two, and just we got safety help over top, like Coach mentioned. We're going to apex that outside back. Okay, so we want to make sure that we have proper numbers there, right? So we want to make sure that if they do throw something quick, they got some kind of bubble, we can rally, we can have essentially a vice tackle. We can add guys downhill coming and running. So alignment for us very very important. That star backer, we don't want to leave him in a 20 technique when we get trips. So we're going to bump him out at least in a 30, just so it looks like we have good leverage over to that trip side. That safety's 10 to 12. He can kind of melt back and forth, but we're going heels at 10, or heels at 12. So again, he can move back and forth. The free safety in the middle of the field, just judging off the number three's alignment, he's going to be anywhere from the backside guard to the front side guard. So again, he can go either way, but we want to hold too high shell just in case we're going to roll down later in the game. So we want to all look the same. With the threat obviously to running any kind of gap scheme, counter, power stuff back to the boundary. We like in our tight front sometimes, a lot of the time, get our nose going away from the running back. Okay, and the reason is we teach our four eyes. We're still keying outside shoulder up the guard. So if he's pulling, we're trying to get on his butt quick. And what we don't want is our nose and our tackle in the same gap, right? So we always try to get them going away from the running back receiving gap schemes. Get that tackle chasing you down, so then it comes to that play side tackle. We teach those guys to long arm things. So he gets that fuller. We're trying to wrong arm stuff. Our outside backers trying to hard joint it and box it back in. Our two inside backers are top that run your way. We're getting vertical right now, hitting the C gap, right? Because we want to take that first color on hard. We want to bounce stuff and make guys we either cut back to our help, our star backer, or bounce it to the boundary where our safety can run the alley and help out. So first play being where it's at, plus 38 man. They're already, like Coach said, probably 4 down territory. We want to make sure that we can control first down a little bit and try to limit. We're for efficiency wise going about 3 yards or less, hopefully, right? So try to box stuff and just kind of contain once the ball's running. So. The situation, what we got going on here, the formation being constricted, to the sideline. I'm gonna bring a little pressure, from the field, and so hopefully, if there is any kind of any jet to the field, if we got any gap scheme, obviously we got power or something coming back to the field. I want to hit it really hard in the backfield. Hopefully we can get a TFL. You get a short third down and get off the dang field. So and we're going to roll behind that with cover 3. So my safety is going to be my force. Again, my outside backers, we're trying to hard joint everything, box it back in. Backers, they get run their way. We're again getting vertical up field. Obviously, we're getting C gap now. Our nose again going away from the back because I don't want to get 2 guys in the same gap. Also, hopefully they can't climb to the backside backer. He can stay clean and get up the top. They got me on a numbers game against the boundary, but And again, with a short field, I'll take it. If he, gets a first down, again, we're minus 12, and we'll just play the next down. So it is what it is. We're going to kind of play something safe here, cover 3, and just rally to the ball, eliminate hopefully anything big to the field where there's a lot of space.
So coaches align along some lines here. Let me say this. I think, 2nd and 3 is in your normal down and distance wheelhouse. And as offensive coaches, you could be tempted here to say, let me get a shot play off or something. But when you talk about the scenario being 3rd quarter, you're down 10, you're in your minus 12. To me, that is an advantage for you. You got to continue to move the ball and get first downs. And as you get closer to the midfield, you can do something. Because like Coach said, if they're to get you off the field inside your 20 and you're down 10 in the 3rd quarter, field position is flipped and you running well behind. So we're going to run inside zone. And we're going to throw that key screen, as we call it, which is to the number 1 receiver. Primarily for us, that is probably our best guy, probably our best receiver that we're going to throw a little quick screen out. And, I don't know what happened, but a lot of times for us, we want our best guy in one-on-one situation. So if he's able to catch that ball and turn upfield, we work all summer on allowing him to win one-on-one matchups. So, hopefully when he gets in free space, he can do it. What we're hoping is that we can get 5+ yards offensively and get a first down, because if we do, whatever your call is to repeat that play, we're going right back to it. Because that for us is basically a one-word play. So we're going right back to this play should we get a first down. We're going to run it again, hoping for the same
Hey,
type
Coach.
of impact.
Sorry, the timer popped up. Can you start back over where you say you're going to run the same play again?
Okay.
Sorry about that. Go right ahead, Coach.
So, yeah, we're going to run the same play again if we get a first down. So we like this. I know a lot of defense, just like Coach, our guys are too. As an offensive coach, I love the time. I think you got to carry a boundary formation and shot play every game. And you got to make defenses defend FIB. And for us, the best one is just throwing that little quick screen out to the number 1 receiver and running inside zone. And a lot of times you never even, you end up throwing that quick screen, or if not, then we're going to double team combo and we're going to read that backer. And in this case, again, the first time I think Coach might have got us because I like how he sent the nose away from the running back when we ran counter. But in this case, if that nose goes away and we run his zone, that don't really hurt us. We still got that double team on the 4 going backside. So if anything, the running back should hit that hole and go downhill if we need to hand the ball off. Everything got to be scenario based. Normally, we're up. We're on their side of the ball. We're up 3. It's 3rd and 10. That tells me it's a safe play. So there are a couple of plays that I thought about running. One was a quarterback run with a bubble screen, because again, I'm okay if we don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Another one would have been a screen to our best guy. Okay, but for us, stick draw, for example, there was a play. If you play us, you're gonna get stick draw, and I like it a lot because that stick route, if I get the stick route in space, he may get 10. He may get me a 4 for 2. I may think about it. Also, if we get a light box, then quarterback may be able to break it. And in this case, I think it's possible. I think we got to run, with coach's alignment to be interested to see what he says he does. But for us, when we go out and you see that that star already over number 3 in that box, you got to run the draw. He's got to run the draw. Now, if coach shows that, hey, he was going to edge blitz from the boundary, then maybe we tried to throw the little 5-yard speed out, but probably still not likely because it's 3rd and 10. Quarterback should be safe with the ball. So we're going to try to fold those 4 techniques and get up to the backers. And in one case, we hoping the backer is missing it. Whatever which way the nose want to go, the center should let them go. But on 3rd and 10, we call a play again. We're up fourth quarter. We're gonna call something on 3rd and 10 that's safe, but also give us a chance to get it. It's something that we run 40 times a year. We just stick draw. And the quarterback knows he lures up. Oh no, he's out there. That means it's 5 in the box. I gotta pull it and go and see what you get. And we'll go from there.
So yeah, we're going to angle to the boundary. So I'm going to send that star, and we're going to come flying off the edge. I chose to run essentially a single high rat look. So we're playing inside leverage man. Obviously, man, we're forcing. You're trying to force everything outside, and I think what's really tough about Inky, Coach has an athletic quarterback that can make all these plays, man. It's really difficult, even in a 3rd and 10 with all that space. Like they have options, right? They can do their jet game. They can run quarterback runs. They can motion guys into the backfield and run buck sweep and stuff off of it, man. So you're over here just like there's so many things that can happen pre-snap. I know that's not the case here, but we need a play here. We need someone to step up and make a play with a light box. So we're sending pressure, walking the safety down on number 3. We're going to play man-to-man with everybody outside, and between that Mike, that safety, and then the 3 D linemen and the star man, we're trying to make some work in the box, and we're trying to wrap somebody up so everybody else can wrap. We just got to get it to a point where I need Coach to punt next down, right? Like we need to hold the guy up and you get somebody down. So like I said, man, I wanted to do something to cover my bases outside in case you want to do any kind of any quick routes. I got somebody on it quick, and then with that single high rat look, I like the additions that we can have post snap with the Mike, the star coming, and that free safety being able to fit in and hopefully clean something up. Was one of my favorite calls, and there's 2 seconds up in the game. You're trying to make a play. I'm hoping you make it off your back foot. We're going to try to make this just one heck of a last play of a game, the one that we can go in a locker room saying, "Hey, man, we died by the sword." They made a great play. We had maybe an aggressive call, but we needed the play at the time. I want to cause chaos, and I want this dude, whoever's got the ball in his hands, whoever has that decision, he's got to make it again a dang good play. On Friday night, 2 seconds left. Who knows what's behind this game, right? Maybe this is the playoff implications. I don't know what it is, right? But again, I'm putting the pressure all on you, Hope, right? So we're going to bring pressure from both outside backers and slant our nose to the field. That motion's not going to mess with us a whole lot. Maybe tighten up the safety a little bit or something, but we're not going to move. What I'm hopefully you do some kind of lead. We can get enough guys get to the ball. If you do some kind of option to the fielder or something, I got a guy there, and we're just going to play cover 3 behind it, but we're going to be aggressive. And again, like I said, man, we're going to make you make a play off your back foot. We'll make you break a bunch of tackles, and because I want to keep a strong box here. So cross my fingers here, Coach Banks.
Send them back in motion, Coach. And really what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get your backer across that Mike. I want his attention. We're going to send that guy back in motion. We're going to fake split zone to that guy who came in motion with that H-back coming across. So it is his job to pick up that blitzing outside linebacker. Yes, you got a boundary linebacker coming, so it's going to have to be a quick decision. We're running boundary wheel. So what I'm hoping is that once we flash that split zone, that your Mike hesitates for 1 second, and our running back who did not move, he's on a wheel route. Our X receiver, he's coming across the hash. Coming across the field. So he should grab your free safety's attention. You're in cover 3. If your corner doesn't go with them and your Mike freezes, then we have to find that space. If your corner budges in It's one of our base red zone plays inside the 10. And majority of the time we run this, we hit the wheel for, high school kids, they seem for us, they seem to, that corner got cover 3, but he just want to make sure that guy ain't trying to run to the hash. So he takes 2 steps in with him, and that might opens his eyes wide and the wheel is there. But if the mic got out towards the wheel, then that diagonal by the receivers, he just got to turn around almost like a slant. As soon as that mic crosses his face, he got a basketball, and that ball is going to be bulleted there. So that's kind of what we're reading now. Of course, you're sending the pressure, so our quarterback knows, it's got to be quick. We don't ride our face anyway, but he does have to make that decision in a split decision, and so he's really going to put his eyes on your corner and throw it up for what it's worth. If your corner takes one step, like he's going to take the guy inside and he's throwing that wheel up, that I'm running back, go get it. If he stays, then we're gonna try to force it in there. You live what you live with. But that's gonna be our call. Guys, again, I love talking ball, offense and defense. I'm always talking ball. So you can reach me at a number of places. On Twitter, TBANKS1906. I got 6,000 followers. I follow 6,000 people. I love talking ball. So get on there and join me there. Other places that you can reach me is if you're on Facebook, No Huddle Tempo Offense. It's a group of about 10,000 offensive coaches. I'm one of the moderators for that. We talk all kind of football. I usually ask the question of the day. If I find a YouTube video I like, I'll put it in there. And then also, if you like reading, me and 3 other guys who run that Facebook page also have a blog, High Speed Spread Football, highspeedspreadfootball.blogspot.com. And if you like anything I'm doing, ask me questions. I got links to a lot of other stuff that I've done, videos, books, etc. I'm not necessarily trying to sell those to you, but I love talking ball, so you can get me to talk ball. But if you want those details, those memorabilia, I point you in the right direction. But you can find me on Twitter. You can come to that Facebook group and join and ask all the questions you want to, and you can go to that blog spot. And we usually update it 6 times a year. Every 2 months, we try to pop out a new article. I'm working on one now, but it'll be done before the first for August. Something that may help you in the season. So I enjoyed this though, Coach.
First and foremost, thanks to both of you guys. It's cool to get asked to come on, have the opportunity just to talk, and especially when it's guys that are in your different states that are doing the different things. So thanks to both you guys for coming on and you kind of forcing me to step outside of the comfort zone and grow a little bit. What I'll say about football, man, always give credit where credit is due. But don't be scared to use your resources, right? But be authentic, be original. This is just my little thing. I hate when guys just try to take somebody else's thing and run with it, man. And it's like, dude, do a little bit of thinking for yourself and develop, yourself as a coach. Don't just take everybody else's things and think that you're going to be whoever Coach XYZ is. So be authentic, be original. But again, don't be scared to reach out to guys and ask guys questions. And most guys are if they like talking ball and coaching ball, man, they will reach back out to you right away and you have a conversation. So my other parts are one of my biggest things is football is like no other. There's no all-star games, all-star teams, AAU stuff, travel ball, man. We only get these kids for a certain amount of time, as far as the season goes. And once it's done, it's done. Kids don't move on. That's it. But what we're doing is we're growing good young men, and I think that's got to be our first focus. That's our first focus in our program is we want good young men to come out of our program that are going to be good dads, going to be good people in their communities, And so we preach that all the time. It's not all about X's and O's, even though I want it to be, man, because I'm just like you guys. I love football to its core, and it's fun. And selfishly, I don't just coach for the kids, man. I love football and I want to win. So that's my thing. But uh, as far as reaching out to me, I again, love talking. My Twitter handle is @Coach_Merkert MERKERT. I don't have a website or anything. I haven't written a book, man, but I love reaching out and getting resources and reading everybody's stuff, man. I love reading offense, defense, and everything. And so try not to be long-winded, man. But again, appreciate you guys. Appreciate what you're doing for the great sport of football. And we got one goal, and I know we're all on the same page. So thanks again.